Welcome to the January 21st, 2011 edition of Inside Rensselaer, the video podcast that lets you know what's going on inside Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute. Let's start off with some campus news. The East Campus Athletic Village is one of the 10 recipients of Athletic Business's Facilities of Merit Award. The building was judged on functional planning, design, site, and cost. In student news, a water bottle inspired by origami designs, live bee insulation, walking and stair climbing aids for the elderly, a pressure-sensitive mat to help bedridden patients eliminate ulcers, and a low-cost arm prosthetic are among the winning ideas in the Fall 2010 Change the World Challenge at Rensselaer. Several student leaders have been working with Rensselaer's Directory of Community Relations and the Troy Downtown Collaborative to apply for and publicize voting opportunities for a $250,000 Pepsi Refresh grant to revitalize downtown Troy by engaging Rensselaer's student population. Members of the Pi Kappa Alpha fraternity raised $4,000 to present toys they gave out to students in Troy's Public School No. 2 as part of their annual Pike's Presents event. In faculty news, wind engineering expert Chris Letchford has joined Rensselaer as professor and head of the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering. Cyber infrastructure pioneer Francine Berman has been named a fellow of the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. And George Belfour has received the 2011 Alan S. Michaels Award in the recovery of biological products from the American Chemical Society Biotechnology Division. And finally, in research news, an entirely new type of nanomaterial developed at Rensselaer could enable the next generation of high-power rechargeable lithium-ion batteries for electronic automobiles. Dubbed a nanoscoop, the material withstands extremely high rates of charge and discharge that would cause conventional electrodes used in today's batteries to fail. Computer scientists within the Tetherless World constellation have developed the U.S. government dataset search application, along with scientific publisher Elsevier, to help make billions of bits of raw data easily accessible to researchers. University students in Ghana are now able to conduct experiments that historically have required prohibitive investments in laboratory equipment. The mobile studio, which Rensselaer donated, allows students to duplicate the experience of using an oscilloscope, function generator, multimeter, spectrum analyzer, and power supply. The Alzheimer's Association has granted $80,000 to Pankaj Karende for his work, which seeks to open the natural and protective barriers that exist in the brain to allow for the targeted delivery of drugs into the brain. In a new cognitive robotics lab, students test the real-world performance of computer models that mimic human thought. With 20 programmable robots, the lab is open to all students at Rensselaer. And the Creative Artificially Intuitive and Reasoning Agent project recently received a grant from the NSF to create a digital conductor of improvised avant-garde performances. For in-depth versions of these stories and more, visit rpi.edu/about/inside. We'll be back in 2 weeks with our next episode. Thanks for listening.